Five Hole Sports welcomes you to our family video series. We love helping families stay safe, and that means proper equipment. Five Hole Sports. We thrive on helping hockey and lacrosse families build their future today.
Hi, this is Brendan from Five Hole Sports, and welcome to our family series. Today we're going to be talking about lacrosse stringing. Now, one of the biggest things you can do when you come into the store for the men is pick out the type of mesh you want to use to customize not just the colors, but also the performance you're going to get out of your stick. Now, if you're a beginning player, the first thing that you would probably want to look at, never touched a lacrosse stick before, is using what's called soft mesh. Now, when you come into the store, you can touch it and actually feel that it is soft, it is pliable. Basically, the point behind this is that it's going to allow you to form a pocket very easily within the head. If you're able to do that, it's going to be very simple to catch and throw the ball. However, it's not appropriate for more advanced play where the stick's going to get a lot of wear and tear. It does tear up pretty easily since there is no coating on it at all. This next popular item as you get more comfortable with the game would be something that's called hard mesh. If I spread it apart, this is called 10 diamond hard mesh because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 diamonds across. This is the standard mesh that they come out with. What it has on it is actually this wax type of coating that allows it to resist things like temperature and rain and scraping it against the ground and the pavement in your driveway, things like that. So this is something that you definitely want to be using aside from the soft mesh as you get more comfortable in the game. Now, the third option that you could do and that we have at the store is what's called 6 diamond mesh. Now, it's a little bit skinnier, as you can see. It does take up the full head just like the other two will, but when you spread it apart, you can see that it's made out of these big 6 diamonds across. Now, a lot of people that play offense especially like this. It wraps around the ball, kind of like a fishing net sort of would, has these big spaces in it, hugs the ball and gives you a lot of control over it. Now, each of these meshes that I just showed you are in a variety of colors. When you come on down to 5 Hole, we have them in every color you can expect, so you can really personalize it with your team or just your favorite color, whatever you really want to do. So it makes it very unique, very personable, and you can get exactly the kind of mesh that you want. Now, the next part that goes into stringing sticks deals with these holes along the top and along the side of the head here. What these are for is for the top string. Basically, what this does is attach the mesh to the top of the head. Now, when you come in and we help you string your stick or we string it for you, we can explain all this about how important that is to keep it locked tight on there so the pocket doesn't move it around and the ball doesn't move as well. Along the sides here, the side wall of the head, you're going to have your sidewall string. Again, this comes in every color you can imagine, and it keeps the pocket shape in the head and keeps it from coming apart so you can get the most performance out of your stick. The third part that we're going to have are these. They basically look like shoelaces, and they're called shooting strings. Now, what these do is go across the head like this. So the mesh would be within the head, and it sits across like this, and you weave them in and out. Now, the point of the shooting strings is to allow you to have, if you want the ball to go down, you want the ball to go up, how much what's called hold, control over the ball you have. Basically, anything that you kind of want. Use the shooting strings and the type of mesh that you use to create that. So when you're done, the finished product on the men's side, pull this out here, should look something like this. Now, you push out the pocket. It has a nice, good pocket in it for the ball to sit into. You have your shooting strings up here, and there's also different types of varieties you can choose. This one has a nylon string up tight, which is just a piece of nylon cord that we have. And then the shooting string, the shoelace type strings that we talked about before. And then it has another one down here in what's called a V or a U, basically, and it allows for you to control the ball. And again, it goes into your personal preference about what you have. On the women's side, things get a little bit trickier. This is an example of a finished product, what your lacrosse stick should look like when you finish stringing it. It gets very difficult. All this is hand done throughout here. The only part that's factory made is the center part right here. What that does is, because girls do not have a pocket within their stick, this grip in the middle allows you to control the ball as much as possible. How you do this is you would use couple pieces of these leathers that we have. This is really just a strip of coated leather, treated leather, so it's going to resist the weather that we have. And then a piece of what's called cross lace. It's a thin, very strong cord that goes throughout, and when you're finished you can have this. And again, like the men, you can choose any colors that you want, and where you put the pocket, how you do the strings determines the performance that you're going to get out of your stick.